Hey everybody, I'm Invisiblekatana and I'm doing my final episode of Yay or Nay for E3 2016. I'm very excited to be done with this because this ended up going on way longer than I thought. I initially had a list of like maybe 6 games, and I think I've done like almost a dozen. Like I've done, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that's just this list. I'm pretty sure I have like 3 or 4 others. So I've done like 15 of these things. I plan on doing like 6. So I'm excited to be done with these actually, because it's just been a lot. It's just been crazy. Excuse me. And then I have one more video I want to officially end it out with, who I think won E3 and all that stuff. So I'm excited to be ending this one. And I decided, initially I wasn't going to do this game. Once again, I added something else because I've already done like 2 videos, like 2 separate videos on, or 3 really. I've done 3 separate videos on Resident Evil 7. I did, which is crazy. I did a review on the trailer, or on the demo that we got. I did a live stream of that, which took me like 2.5 hours because I was just playing around like crazy. And then I did a video like, is Capcom kind of doing right by us as, like really big Resident Evil fans with this huge change to first person. But I decided I wanted to do a yay or nay because I wanted just to have another video out there just to see what people really thought, are you excited, not excited for this game. For me personally, it's my favorite franchise, especially after playing the demo. I have to say I'm a huge yay. I'm still excited for this game. And despite the change to first person, which, like a lot of hardcore Resident Evil fans, I don't particularly love that. And, another big element that I don't really like is that they're adding a new character, because one of the big things of Resident Evil is we get to see these characters grow. Like, Resident Evil takes place in real time. Like, the demo, if you play it, or you have the chance to see it or something, takes place in 2017. And they did that with Resident Evil 6 as well, where it's like, oh, this game takes place in the future. It went like a year into the future. So they're kind of doing the same thing, like, okay, let's start off in 2017, and even when the game comes out, it'll still be in the future of 2017 because it's June and the game releases in January. So I kind of like that they're doing that, where it's like, okay, obviously it'll be like 4 more years or something like that until 8 comes out or whatever. So it's like we have to at least somehow be a little bit in the future if we can be. And, at least when the game first comes out, for a little bit of time, it'll technically take place in the future. So I kind of like that idea. But, it's going first person. They're adding a new character, so we don't get to see the continuation of characters we've seen since 1996. And timeline-wise, 1998. So that was a little disappointing to hear. Of course, the huge theory that Ada was the woman on the phone in the game. It seems possible. Whenever something really weird and mysterious happens, it's typically Ada. So, I'm hoping that we get somebody from the game. I'm hoping that kind of the ghost stuff isn't an actual element of the main game. When I saw the first trailer, I kind of lost my mind because it was like, oh, this looks creepy. Of course, it looks, I thought it was Outlast because Outlast 2 was coming out. So I just assumed it was that, like, oh, Sony has Outlast now. And, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, okay, that's it. I heard the phone call. I was like, okay. And then it hit like that. I was like, this can't possibly be Resident Evil. Like, there's no way that was Ada on that phone. And then it goes through and stuff. That's all I was thinking. After that happened, I was like, nah, this can't be it. This won't be Resident Evil 7. And then it's Resident Evil 7, and I lost my mind. But there's such a huge change, and it's a lot of stuff I've already said already, so this might end up being a shorter video. But I am still really excited for this game. I love the franchise. I am very curious what they're doing with the story, because it takes place after 6, so it does continue in line. They seem to be bringing back Umbrella, which is actually very awesome, so I don't know if we'll get Umbrella or Neo Umbrella or whatever they're going to do. But we're getting Umbrella. It seems like we'll be getting genuine monsters as well as humans who are just crazy. And that I love. That, I gotta be honest, like, it adds that monster element to it. Like I said, I hope the ghost thing isn't actually a part of it. I hope that was just to say, like, hey, this is just creepy. I know for a fact, because they said it already, the demo itself isn't even a part of the actual game. But it was just meant to say, like, yeah, this is how scary we're going to get. It's going to get super weird and super creepy, and we're going to do the sort of horror stuff where we just put sounds in and you hear whispers, and it's not anything. It's just a part of the audio that we put into the game. So I do love that. They have already said the game is going to be more like the other Resident Evil games than the actual demo was. So that has me happy too, because it's like, here's this super crazy horror element of the game. It's got like this little ghost girl that shows up, which you can watch, YouTube videos for to see all the stills of her where she shows up at. So they have all this ghost stuff. They have the umbrella thing. They have the phone call. They have the axe and the new element with the videotape, which is my favorite thing in the whole thing. I was like, this is a great new way to make puzzles in video games. I love that idea. I was like, this is actually pretty freaking sweet. When I did that, I was like, that's actually a genius way to kind of reinvigorate puzzles in video games. I just thought it was really cool. I'm sure it's been done at some point before, but I never got to experience it that way. Plus, it's done in a horror game, so it just has me really excited and what you can get and what you can end up missing through the game, which adds replayability and how you can miss a total section of the game if you don't do this inside the tape, so it's never unlocked in the future. Little stuff like that. Like, it just has me very excited. Like, that's great. I just love that idea. So that has me excited. I'm hoping that the ghost thing, kind of goes away, and that truly was only a part of the demo. They could certainly do the crazy people thing, which I think would actually work out in its favor. Maybe you can't kill the humans just yet. Like, you keep running into them, but you don't ever end up killing them. You just you try to deal with them, and you have to run from them, and you set off traps or whatever. For some reason, you can't kill the humans. I don't know what it would be, but something story-wise keeps the humans alive. But you can go through just like any other Resident Evil, and you face against all these crazy weird creatures that they've somehow ended up making, and then you deal with maybe Umbrella coming into the picture. So we still get our zombie stuff, we still get our mutated creatures, but we also get a new element of just the crazy people, which Resident Evil has always had crazy human characters as well. Code Veronica is the perfect example of that. The best example. That's probably my favorite example. Probably my favorite human characters are Alex and Alexia Ashford. And maybe I might like them a bit more than Wesker. Wesker's really cool. And Ada, as far as villains at least, I'm not counting Ada as like a full-on villain. So it's like Wesker and the other Umbrella people. Wesker, Alex, and Alexia Ashford are like the top three for sure. And Alex Ashford is one of the craziest freaking things in any Resident Evil game. And he's just a normal dude. Well, he's not normal, but he's just a human guy. So they've had crazy human characters before, and they've definitely worked as boss characters that you've had to, actually shoot at and stuff like that, where you have to run from them and try not to get killed by them, and you shoot them and they shoot you. So there are tons of elements they could still, nothing that we haven't actually seen before in Resident Evil. We've seen human characters as full-on boss enemies, so we could still have that, and that totally works out. And have our monsters kind of in between that. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't want to spend too much time on this because, like I said, I've talked about this a lot. So if you happen to check out my other Resident Evil videos, you can do that, and you can see some of the other elements that I kind of skipped over. Talk a lot more about the tape stuff, and I believe it's my review of the demo. I talk about it, so you can check that out. I'll put links to all the other videos I've done if you want to check out my other Resident Evil 7 stuff. But huge yay from me. As disappointed as I am about the first person thing, which, it's a huge change, but I don't know, at the end of the day, it's like, as long as they make a good horror game, I think I can accept it. Plus, it's going to be a brand new character, so at the same time, it's like, I kind of don't even care to look at this guy, because these are brand new people that we don't know or care about. It's like, well, that's kind of fine then. That's another reason. I think that just adds to it, because if it was like, oh, you play as Jill Valentine and it's only first person, I'd be kind of pissed. Jill's my favorite. I'd be like, I want to see what Jill looks like in this game. But I want to know what you guys think, so please, comment below, let me know. Yay, nay, in between, what do you guys think about the changes? What do you think about what you've heard, what you've seen, what you've played, if you got the chance to check out the demo firsthand, because it's really fun. But in general, want to know if you guys are excited for Resident Evil 7 or not, so please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.